And we're here today to talk a little bit about a shooting that occurred right here at Springhaven Apartments last night about 9:30. For reference, it's near County Line Road, just a little bit north of County Line Road on Mariner Boulevard. And the shooting occurred behind us between the clubhouse and the pool. And there was a young lady who was struck in the face with a bullet. And we'd like to go ahead and let the public know who our suspect is. What we're looking for, Mr. Christian Fitzgerald. He is a black male. He was born April 3rd of 2000, so that'll make him about 17 and a half years old. He's 5'8", and he weighs about 180 pounds. Of course, because this was a shooting and we have not located Mr. Fitzgerald yet, we're going to have to assume that he is still armed and that he is dangerous. And so we're asking for the public's help in getting the information out and finding Mr. Fitzgerald, because our goal is the same as the family's goal, is we want to get him into custody without incident. So if there is anybody who is harboring Mr. Fitzgerald, they need to understand that they are not doing him any favors, they're not doing themselves any favors, and of course, they're not helping the community. We would like to get him into custody without incident. So if anybody has any information about where Mr. Fitzgerald might be hiding at the moment, we'd like them to give us a call at the sheriff's office. If they want to remain anonymous, they can call the Hernando County Crime Stoppers, and the telephone number of that is 1-866-990-8477. Again, that's 866-990-8477. They can remain anonymous, and they could be eligible for a cash reward of up to $1,000. Again, Mr. Fitzgerald is our suspect in the shooting that occurred last night. I think it's also important for the public to know that the suspect and the victim did know each other, so we don't believe that this was a random act. It wasn't just a random victim, but we still have to consider Mr. Fitzgerald armed and dangerous at this point. And my detectives and my patrol deputies have been working all night to try to locate him, and as of a few minutes ago, we have not been able to bring him into custody, so we'd like the public's help in that. So I can't answer a lot of the questions, but I'll be happy to maybe answer a couple if anybody has any.
Do you know the connection to this location? Did he live here or the victim live here? Or?
I don't know if we're ready to release that, but those are assumptions that are accurate, that both the victim and the suspect have ties to this location.
And anything on a motive at this time?
No, we don't have anything on a motive, but we do, as we said, they did know each other. So.
Any more on the relationship between?
We're not prepared to release any of that, but they did know each other, and you know, Mr. Fitzgerald is also. It's my understanding he has a pickup order on an unrelated charge prior to the shooting last night, a juvenile pickup order. So between that and the shooting, we're looking diligently for him. And again, our goal is to get him into custody without any injuries to the public or deputies or even to Mr. Fitzgerald. So if anybody knows where he is, we would really appreciate it for them to give us a call or convince him to turn himself in.
Are you working with other counties, the possibility that he's moved out?
Yeah, right now, last I heard, I didn't have any specific information where he might be. Don't necessarily, he's still in the area. He could be hiding very close, or he could have gotten a ride someplace. And of course, we're now checking with all his friends and acquaintances and family members. And the family thus far has been cooperative, because I think they have, as I said, the same goal as us. They want him in custody without any more injuries. So.
Do you know if any?
Gone out?
I'm sorry?
Has a bolo gone out in any other counties for him?
Not that I'm aware of, but I do know that we did put a bolo out last night with his information to our local law enforcement. It likely went to adjoining counties.
And do you know of any other specific counties where he may have contacts or known to?
No, we believe he is, you know, he is from this area, and most of his resources would be here locally, so we don't have information he's left the area. But again, that's always ability. As mobile as today's society is, it's very easy to get a ways away very quickly with a little bit of help. We're hoping he didn't have any of that, but if he did, we'd like those people to come forward and let us know where he is.
I'm sorry if you already mentioned this, but how is the victim doing?
Victim, and I'm glad you asked that. Thank you, Tom. The victim is alive and in stable condition, and actually, considering the injuries, she's doing very well, all things considered, and she's expected to survive this incident. So we're obviously thankful. Very, very fortunate young.
Do you have an age on the victim?
The victim was, well, I don't think we're releasing a whole lot other than she is she's an adult in her late teens.
Do you know who called 911 and if any witnesses here have been able to provide anything?
I'm not sure. I don't think we can release the identity of the 911 callers anyway, but I do know that there were a couple people involved as witnesses, and we've already talked to them, and that's what led us to believe Mr. Fitzgerald is the suspect in this.
Any priors on this?
Well, like I said, there is a juvenile pickup order for him on an unrelated charge. So yes, we have had dealings with him. I don't know the full history of this juvenile, but I do know that he has an outstanding juvenile pickup order.
It's a juvenile, but not anything recent.
No, he's still technically a juvenile. So he's and warrants are forthcoming on this. They may already be. We already may have him in hand as we speak. So
if you could send a message to folks in the public, if they encounter him or see him anywhere, what should they do?
Well, obviously, as I said, he's considered armed and dangerous, so we don't want them to approach him. We want them to immediately call 911, let us know his location, and let us try to come apprehend him without any further incident. And as I said, if there's somebody in the public who knows this gentleman and has contacted him, we want them to strongly encourage him to turn himself in, because we don't want any further injuries.
You had a large amount of crews out here looking for the suspect last night, and nothing was found?
I don't have anything I can release. I know that they've been talking to probably at minimum dozens of people trying to locate him. My people are very, very diligent in that, and they worked all night on it. And so, you know, obviously he's someplace pretty well hidden, but hopefully we'll get him sooner rather than later, without injuries.
So no weapon has been discovered yet? So
no, we believe he may still be armed, so that's the premise we're going on right now.
Can you say at all how you were able to single in on him? Was it a call that came in, or was
we have witnesses that identified him. It was either the victim and or other witnesses in the area. So.
And has the victim been able to communicate with you all? Or
I'm not going to release a whole lot more information, but we're relatively confident that he is our suspect at this time. And of course, we want to get him in custody and hear his side of the story and hear what he has to say. And we'd love to do that. All right. Any other questions? All right. Thank you very much.